Hello everyone, the here, and we're doing another computer video. This is again another server. Wow, I have so many servers. This is a Compaq server. I don't think I actually know the model number. It's a G3. Kind of see it right there. Right there, there we go. I don't know if it says it on the back, but that aside, this is a Compaq Xeon server. This is the network interface card that was in it. Took it out for now. It's a fiber card. This has two power supplies, and they are the always-on kind. There's always a fan going. Has two 2.4 gigahertz Xeons. It is, of course, U320 SCSI 80 pin. The internals are very interesting. Didn't bring my phone down here, so I'm not gonna get the full array, but you can see on the bottom there's a video card, and that has some problems, but they're not related to the video card itself, so that's a good thing. You can see the two heat sinks here, almost covered by a piece of plastic. Has many LEDs, many LEDs, and I think has 2 gigs of DDR memory. There's a fan here, 2 fans in the power supply, as you probably know, fan here, and I think that's all. So, now that well, there's actually 2 more internal pieces that I haven't covered yet, and they kind of go to the outside, but there is a 2040 gig tape drive, a DVD-ROM drive, which is stock actually, and a floppy drive, as well as 6 U320 SCSI hard drives, 72 gigs each, and a RAID 10, I think, with 2 spares, or it might be 2 RAID 5s, I'm not sure which, but either way, a lot of SCSI hard drives. The back is nothing special. There's the VGA and DVI card, video card at the bottom. There's the external part to the SCSI card, 2 USB 2.0 ports, the UID button, which illuminates, beautiful, 10 or 100 base T Ethernet, I'm not sure which, VGA and internal VGA, parallel printer port, serial port, and PS2 keyboard and mouse, as you might expect. And there's keys, but I'm not going to use those because I'm a butt. So, let's get to powering this on. It is a little bit loud, but it dies down quickly. Here's the power button on the front, right here. There we go, now the fans are idle. Proliant. As usual, everything is Proliant. You can see the 2.4 gigahertz processors. Tried to replace them. Oh, here's my little message. These drives. Hold on. All of those drives are exactly the same. But anyway, I tried to replace the processors in this with 3.8 gigahertz processors, but the bus was 800 megahertz instead of 400 megahertz, so that kind of killed that. You can add a message in the BIOS, so I added that. Compaq server owned by Connor. And there is a redundant ROM in this, so Gigabyte probably got their inspiration from Compaq back in the day. Nah, probably not. Didn't check how much RAM was in this, but whatever. There's a problem with the video card, and I'll show you that now when we get to boot into Linux. So, here we go. if you boot it up normally, which it is doing right now, it crashes. Usually it crashes in a more spectacular fashion than this, if this freaking camera. But after a little while, it'll just sit here and stew, and eventually a light on the front panel will turn red. But this doesn't appear to be happening here, so let's just turn it off and turn it back on. And I'll show you what it's supposed to do. I'll just get back to the Grub menu and we'll be right back. Okay, so here we are getting to the Grub menu. Should be anyway. Okay, here we are. So, as you can see, we have two options for Linux Mint 17 XFCE, 32-bit of course, and the top one is the non-recovery mode, so I'll show you what happens if I go into that one. It loads for the first second or two, and then watch. It should do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Okay, well I guess it's not going to do it, but usually when it does is it spits out a bunch of screen artifacts. And it really doesn't look all that great. I don't know why it does that exactly, if it's a BIOS compatibility issue or something else, you know, speed related between the PCI buses, I don't know. But it works if you go into recovery mode. The blinking cursor just went away, so maybe it'll do it, or maybe it'll just give the red light. I'm not sure. But, whatever. Either way, it doesn't work. There we go. Red light. That turns on when it's got a problem. So now let's turn this off and turn it back on. Actually, there's a reset button, I think. Thought there was. Okay, well, I guess not. Boy, we're just having all kinds of fun today. So, as a result of that problem with the video card, there's literally no way to install graphics drivers, like, through the software. And I really don't care about this enough to actually bother to install proper drivers. So, whenever I need to use this, I just have to remember I need to go into recovery mode. So, I'm going to skip to the recovery mode because these drives take a while to spin up, and I'll be back in a minute or two. Just for shits and giggles, I decided to check what kind of RAID array this was. I would have thought I would have made it a RAID 10, but hey, I guess it doesn't matter. This isn't exactly a serious server, so yeah. We're basically done booting up here, so it won't be that long until we can get to the recovery thing, like I said I would. And you'll be able to hear these drives perfectly fine, because they're pretty loud, so. I, of course, will put them right up next to there, just because I'm so nice like that. Yeah. And for the entirety of the time after the initialization of the SCSI card, I'll just show this real quick. It does this blinking pattern on those LEDs. Just continuously. It never stops. Okay, so here's the option you have to choose. It's option number 2, the recovery mode. So now we'll go into that and it'll load properly this time. And it's not all that slow either. This part right here, it does take a while to get past for no good reason, really. That aside though, you can see that these processors are not 2.4 gigahertz, they're 2392.237 megahertz. So yeah, like come on. Get it right, Intel. Label it how it is. Don't put it at 2.4. It's obviously 2.392. Like come on. Oh boy. So. Well, now it took too long, so now you can't hear the drive seeking. So once you hit this resume thing, it'll actually go into boot. And it'll tell you that not all the graphics capability is going to go great. So you might need to reboot, but I don't care. So I'm going to put the camera right here and you're going to be able to hear the drives. Alright, and here we are at the login screen. It's not terribly slow, but it's not terribly fast either, so... yeah, could be better, could be worse. Can't really complain about it. It's a Xeon server from, like, pretty early 2000s. I think I do have CPU burn on this, but it doesn't jack the fans up any. The 2.4 gigahertz processor with like airflow like this, it's just nothing to it. I mean, like, really, it's got no problems. But just for kicks and giggles, I'm gonna do it anyway. Let's see if I can get. I'm to be honest, I can't even remember if I have CPU burn on here or not. But either way, we're just gonna see if it works. Yeah, notice the extreme lag in the graphics here, if you can even see that. So there's our CPU usage. Let me open 4 terminals. Okay, so now I'm going to type burn P6 4 times. So now let's monitor our CPU usage. Oh! Would you look at that? After initiating... okay, I don't know what's wrong with this task manager right now, but there's 3 burn P6s running, each sharing 25% of the load, but that only makes 75%. So, I don't know. It's only running at about 85% CPU usage, so I guess I need to run another one. That's weird. I don't think I've ever had that happen. So now, yep, now we're running at 100%. Yeah, there we go. Even though there's now 5 burn P6s running, which doesn't make a lick of sense, but whatever. The fans don't seem to be kicking up, but I'll give it a couple minutes and I'll be back and see if it kicks the fans up any. Okay, so I couldn't get the fan to kick up any with burn, CPU burn, so, whatever. But, so yeah, that's about it. There's really not much else this can do with present install, and, you know, it's really not all that interesting anyway. So what I'm going to do before I go is shut this down, and I'm going to take one of the power supplies out, and we're going to see how many watts it is, because, you know, we're always interested in that kind of thing. And there's our shutdown. Nice and quick. That's what one would expect. So I'm going to take both of these plugs out, and we're going to take one of these power supplies out too. Now, let's see how many watts this is. This is an HP supply. One of the original Compaq ones, I assume, failed, or, you know, was replaced at one point or another. So here we are. This is an HP ESP 127, and it has 174 watts max? Huh? There's no way that's right. Let me check this other one. These can be a bit of a pain to get out sometimes. Okay, let's see. Yeah, the other one also says 174 watts max. That's perplexing. Huh. I really would not have thought that these things only spit out 174 watts. Very interesting. Okay, well, I'm going to put these back in, and that will pretty much be it for this video. So, thank you very much for watching, and if you choose, have a nice day. There we go. The supplies are back in. Yay! Have a nice day, everyone.